All right, let's jump right in. We're about to journey to a place that's vast, ancient, and, well, a little bit wild. A place where the real history isn't in books, but is carried on the wind. Today, we're exploring Australia, a continent that is truly a kingdom of wings. You see, this isn't just a place that has birds. It's a land where their songs are literally woven into the very fabric of the continent, telling these incredible stories that go back further than you can imagine. And we're going to tune in and listen. So, how are we going to do that? Well, we'll break it down. First, we'll meet the incredible architects. Then we'll listen in on the vocal artists. And finally, we'll get to know some of the biggest and most unforgettable personalities in the entire Australian bush. Okay, let's start with the builders. And I'm not talking about your average nest makers here. Oh no. These guys are true engineers and artists, creating structures that honestly almost defy belief. So right off the bat, we've got two masters at work, but they couldn't have more different motivations. On one side, you have the Australian brush turkey. Think of him as the ultimate pragmatic engineer. He builds for one reason, and one reason only: survival. And on the other side, the regent bowerbird, a total artist, a romantic, who builds for one thing: love. So get this, the brush turkey's claim to fame is its incredible compost mound. The male builds this massive incubator, sometimes up to 3 feet high, just piling up leaves and soil. But here's the amazing part. He uses his beak like a thermometer, constantly poking it into the pile to check the heat. If it's too hot, he digs some out. Too cold, he piles more on. It's pure, brilliant engineering designed to keep those eggs at the perfect temperature. Now, take that sheer practicality and compare it to the bowerbird. This guy builds something completely different. It's not a nest. It has nothing to do with survival. It's a stage. It is a gallery of seduction built for the sole purpose of impressing a female. He collects all these little treasures, he's especially fond of glue and yellow things, and arranges them just so. And if it works, if a female is impressed, his job's done. She flies off to build the real, functional nest all by herself. His entire masterpiece is just for the show. All right, so from structures we can see, let's shift to soundscapes we can hear, because Australia is home to some of the most unique and, frankly, bizarre vocalists on the entire planet. It sounds like a joke, right? A trick question? But deep in the misty forests of Australia, the answer is a definite 100% yes. And that introduces us to the absolutely incredible, superb lyrebird. This bird is nature's jukebox. It's a living sampler. It doesn't just sing its own song, it records the entire world around it and plays it back. It can perfectly mimic camera shutters, car alarms, other birds, and yep, even the roar of a chainsaw. And it weaves all of those sounds into its own super complex courtship song. It's unbelievable. But you know, vocal genius isn't always a solo act. Sometimes it's about perfect partnership. And that brings us to the magpie lark, which performs something wild called an antiphonal duet. Okay, so check this out. It's so perfectly timed that it sounds like a single bird is singing this incredibly fast, complex song. But it's not. It's two birds, a mated pair, who are literally finishing each other's musical sentences with split-second precision. One starts a note, the other finishes it, back and forth, creating one seamless melody. It's the ultimate musical partnership. All right, finally, let's meet the icons. These are the birds whose personalities are just as big and unforgettable as the landscapes they call home. These are the true characters of Australia. First up, the kookaburra. Now, right away, let's clear up a common misunderstanding. It's in the kingfisher family, but this bird almost never, ever fishes. Think of it more as a powerful hunter of the land, sitting up in a tree and then dive-bombing snakes, lizards, and big insects with deadly accuracy. And that famous laugh? You know the one. Well, it's not a sign of happiness. It's a declaration. It's a powerful, cackling anthem that echoes all through the bush, especially at sunrise and sunset. It's the kookaburra shouting to the world, "This is my turf, stay away." It is the absolute soundtrack of the Aussie wild. And if the kookaburra is the stern landlord, then the gala is the flamboyant life of the party. These birds are just pure cheekiness and mischief. They're this flash of pink and gray, flying in these huge, noisy flocks, performing incredible acrobatics in the sky just for the fun of it. You'll see them hanging upside down from power lines, just squawking and carrying on. They bring this wonderfully chaotic, joyful energy everywhere they go. So when you put it all together, what does it all mean? It becomes pretty clear that these birds are so much more than just, well, birds. They're the architects, like the brush turkey and the bowerbird, literally shaping the world around them to solve the great problems of life and love. They're the musicians, creating the continent's unique soundtrack with their incredible voices. And they're the icons, the characters that truly embody the wild, untamed soul of Australia itself. From their structures to their songs to their personalities, these birds really do carry the voice of an ancient land. They tell the story of Australia. So I guess the question I want to leave you with is, what story are the birds in your own backyard telling?